In the meantime, a major concern escalating at our southern border as some of the world's most dangerous criminals continue to change tactics. While crossings at the border may be down, Texas troopers say smugglers are still finding new ways to operate. And now they are pulling in drivers from across the country to help do the job. NewsNation's Jorge Ventura went on a ride along with Texas DPS in the Rio Grande Valley. Jorge joins us live. So explain how these tactics work.
Hey there, Nicole. For the past 2 days here in South Texas on the border, we've been embedded with Border Patrol and Texas DPS troopers. And in those ride-alongs, we didn't see a single person attempting to cross the border illegally. But troopers say that's because smugglers continue to evolve their tactics, now relying on Americans more than ever to do their dirty work. Now, check out this new exclusive video obtained by NewsNation of a recent arrest involving a man who drove more than 1,200 miles from Chicago to South Texas, all to smuggle migrants in a tractor trailer. Now, Texas DPS says that he is one of the several out-of-state drivers making the trip just for the job. And while cases like this are happening across the map, troopers say that the tactic behind this often starts online with Americans being recruited. Take a listen.
We've seen ads, literally business ads, the feel of a business ad on TikTok. We've also heard of Facebook Marketplace. Just these cartels are using different types of social media apps to target and try to get people to come, and they launder it as easy money.
Sergeant Casavera says once someone takes the bait, smugglers often send maps, GPS pins, and step-by-step instructions, often through WhatsApp, to seal the deal. Many recruits are looking for quick cash, but he warns one arrest for human smuggling can wreck your life with a felony conviction. And all of this comes as now these recruitment networks are also targeting people that are already on the road, like rideshare drivers here on the southern border. So here, Nicole, you could see that cartels continue to get desperate as they're looking to make up those giant sums of profit that they're now missing with this low foot traffic here on the border.
All right, so Jorge, you just mentioned there rideshare drivers getting in the mix. What are you learning about that?
So here in South Texas, where I am, Texas DPS tells me that a new tactic that they're seeing a huge uptick is that cartels are now using rideshare apps to smuggle migrants. So what cartels are now doing is they'll actually order a Uber ride or a Lyft ride, just like how you and I do, but they'll get that ride to come down to the border. And these drivers oftentimes unknowingly are now picking up migrants and are involved now in a smuggling operation. So a recent case here in Mission, Texas, a driver had a order ride to the border. Unknowingly, she ended up picking up 3 Chinese nationals that just crossed the border illegally. Chinese nationals entered her car. She was pulled over by Texas DPS, and once investigations cleared her, she was let go. But in Eagle Pass, Texas, that was a different story. Another Uber driver was once again caught in the mix, but this time that driver was actually hiding 2 migrants in the trunk. He was arrested and charged with smuggling. Here's Sergeant Casaveras on this new tactic.
It's more of a investigative work that we have to figure out, is this driver, does she know or he know what they're actually doing, or they're just working for Uber? So a lot of it has to do with getting our investigators on it, figuring out, going through the phones with consent, and figuring out if there's a paper trail, if there's text messages going back and forth between these cartels.
And Nicole, what Texas DPS is also telling us is that when it comes to the cartels involving their tactics, are relying more on social media and rideshare apps, and also continue to lure Americans to do their dirty work, Nicole.
All right, Jorge Ventura, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.